I'm Lanikia, and you're watching What Happened on the Soaps. This is General Hospital Edition. Today is Wednesday, March the 15th, 2023. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give this, you know what, it was solid. I'm going to give it a 7. It was solid to me. All right, let's get into it. We see Alexis and Sam, and she's telling her, listen, girl, I messed this up with Gregory because at first she said she was hungry, and then Alexa was like, I'm ready to go. And then she's shooting daggers at Gregory, and Sam was like, what's going on? She said, listen, he told me he couldn't work on the board for my paper or whatever. So I went to the school, and she said, "Mama," and she said, "Well, I was just trying to help him out, and I found out he's not even working for PCU. So technically, he could have worked with me or whatever." So, and he got mad and said I overstepped boundaries and all that. And she said, "Well, I think you should just get up and go talk to him and just work this out." And so then we see Gregory with Chase and Finn, and they're asking him what's going on too. And he tells them Alexis overstepped and he's not working for the paper. I mean, the school. And they're like, what? Why are you taking a sabbatical? What's going on here? And he doesn't want to tell them the truth. He just tells them, no, I just want to take some me time. And Alexis needs to understand that. Well, they gotta go. So but they tell him, you need to talk to her and work this out. So he goes over and they talk to each other, and she says, I'm sorry for what I did. I was just trying to be a friend, and can we move past this? And he was like, okay, yeah, I guess so. And then he trips up and drops his drink, and then he starts stammering and stuff, stuttering. And so she like, are you drunk? I said, girl, no, can't you see this man is sick? Like, can't you see he is sick? This man is not drunk. I hope not. It's too early in the morning. No, he's sick. He's sick. But anyways, then we see Elizabeth. Mama, why? Why did you have to come over here doing that now? So then we see Elizabeth and Portia, and they're Elizabeth's like, listen, you don't got to tell us about what happened with you and Curtis. And she said, girl, I need somebody to talk to. Let me talk to you. And so they start talking. So you know what? It would have been nice when Portia got married to see Elizabeth come into the room and help her out instead of like Joss and Trina. I know that's her daughters and they could have been there too, but like sometimes they act like these people are not friends, but then they'll throw them together in scenes like this. And I'm like, if they're this close of friends that tell each other their secrets like this, then anyways, let's move on, Nikki. So then we see Portia and Elizabeth talking, and Portia tells her about the whole Curtis thing, and Elizabeth said, girl, I'm not judging you. And so Portia said, I heard about the rumors, but I don't believe rumors. And Elizabeth said, girl, you should have, because they are true. So she tells her the whole Nicholas thing, and they both have an understanding like, why do we do this? We lie to the people we love because we're trying to protect them, but in the end all we end up doing is making this worse. No, she can't go in there. All we end up doing is making this worse, so I don't know what we're doing. Yes. And so she was like, but we'll figure this out. And she said, I can't go and be a character's witness for you, girl, because my character is in question. But what I can do is let you know you got a friend. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me is what I can let you know. And she says, okay, cool. I thank you for that. And it's nice that they get to talk to each other. So then Finn comes up and he tells Elizabeth that no matter what the board, because she has the board of review, no matter what the board decides, he's gonna be by her side or whatever. So then we move on. So then we go over here, and Esme, is supposed to be meeting with Kevin and Laura, and Spencer has showed up because he like, girl, give me my brother. You can't be having this baby in prison. And she said, what is he doing here? And Laura goes and talks to Spencer. She said, I'm trying to work this all out, but she gotta trust us. And you being here it looks like a setup, and she's not gonna trust us. He was like, fine. So he leave, but he ticked off. So then Laura and Kevin talk to Esme, and Kevin says, listen, you're my niece and that's my great nephew. So of course I wanted to, I'm family, and I hope one day you look at me as family, and I want to take care of you guys too. And she said when she looks at him, she knew she had an uneasy feeling, and he said, that's because you were thinking about my brother. I'm not my brother. And Laura said, at the end of the day, we care about you, and it's not about Spencer, it's not about Nicholas, it's not about anyone else. It's about us caring about you, and we want to know that you can trust us. So they do ask her to keep the baby because they said, girl, is this where you want to have this baby? What if you go to Pittenville? I said, if she go to Pittenville, y'all can't let her have that baby. prison. It's not safe here. But anyway, so she just said, "See, I knew it. I knew y'all couldn't be trusted," because they asked her, "Could they keep the baby?" And then they said, "No, we love our family and we want to make sure that you're okay. It would only be until you got yourself together." But she says, "When I look at you," she tells Kevin this, "when I look at you, I see my father. And when I look at you, Laura, I see Nicholas and Spencer. So my baby's going to stay right here." And so they cry, whatever. But they say, "Esme loves that baby." Esme leaves because the baby went to sleep. And they say, "Esme loves that baby." And Kevin says, "I think she does as well." So Esme comes back outright because she unlocked his binky, and then lo and behold, Trina is there saying, "Are you looking for this?" I said, "Oh child." But before all that, Trina had been over here to see Cam, and because he had summoned his friends, right? So Cam, Jocelyn, and Trina all talking. They're waiting on Spencer to get there, and they talk about these twin girls who was dating this guy, and the guy, and Cam said, little do they know, he knew they were doing it because of a birthmark, and Jocelyn said, made mention of them being friends. And Cam paused and he's like, "You know what, never mind." I said wrong words, Jocelyn. So then Spencer comes or whatever, and Cam tells them the big news that he got a scholarship to Stanford, and so he got a full ride, so he's leaving. And they're like, "What?" But Trina and Jocelyn are happy for him, but Spencer's like, "Heck no. This is all because of Esme." And I said, "No, what? No." And he said, "Yes, all because of Esme. Look what she did. She destroyed our friendship. And this is not the reason you're leaving. You're leaving because everything was going good with these friends. Josh and Cam were together. Trina and Spencer were cool. They were all cool. And then Esme came and she ruined that because she ruined Cam. She was the start of the end of Cam and Jocelyn's relationship. And so he's like, there's got to be more reason that you're leaving than that." Or whatever. I said he is leaving in the middle of the spring semester, but he said they want them to come on. He want him to come on and start working with the team. But so Spencer gets all upset and mad, and he just gets up and he leaves. Right, he goes, and so when he leaves, Trina follows, shortly after, and so then Cam talks to Jocelyn, and he tells Jocelyn pretty much, "Listen, we can be friends," And she said, "Really? You, because you said we were going to be friends again." He said, "We can be friends." He said, "But as your friends, I'm going to tell you, leave Dex alone, because Dex actually, look, he got you lying. You're not a liar. You're a straightforward, straight shooter. And he got you lying, and you're living this secret life. And, you hate everything about Sonny's organization. But look, you're all deep in it." And he said, "It won't be no time before Dex is actually hurt. And you're going to have to live with this." And she said, she tries to say, like, "Cameron," and he's like, "No," because she's like, "Are you done?" And he said, "No, I'm not done." So I guess he has more to say to her tomorrow. I'm sorry, all this stuff is going off around me. He has more to say to her about this tomorrow. So then we see Dex with Jocelyn, right? So we see Dex with Jocelyn. This before she met up with Cam, and she asking him where he is, what he been up to, and he not telling her the truth. First of all, Dex, like, you acting like you can't hold on to anything, and it just hurts so much to put the shirt on. Baby, you got grazed with that little bullet. Like, you ain't got to do all that. But then I don't like Dex, so I'm being extra when it comes to it. Mama, let me be, and I will play with you as soon as I'm done. So he acted. I was like, Dex, like, it's just a little scrap, man. It's just a little scrape. But anyways, he gets off the phone with her because Sonny comes in. Sonny says, "Who was you talking to?" He said, "Oh, I was talking to a telemarketer and telling them not to call me back." And Sonny was like, "Oh." So he and Dex are talking, and Sonny says, "You can stay here." Is Spencer gone? And he was like, "Nah, Spencer's yes, Spencer left earlier." Because Sonny was asking Dex, "Did Spencer come back?" And he said, "No, I thought he was sleeping late." He said, "No, he was gone early this morning." And Dex is wanting to know all this information, like, where'd he go, and like, why does that matter to you? Like, he wanna. But anyways, Sonny thanks him for saving his life, but Dex said, "You saved mine." And then Christina comes in, right? And Christina sees Dex, and she's like, "Why is security beefed up, Dad?" and why Dex in here? And so then Sonny hands Dex a bag, and of course Dex is so hurt he drops the bag and he can't hold it. So Christina sees all the wrappings and everything for his wound, and she said, mm-hmm. And so when Dex leaves out, Christina asks, Sonny, what's going on? And he said, I got it. And she said, okay, I know you do. So then she tells him, I want to open up a business, like a restaurant. And he says, he's like, I'll give you the backing, but why you want to do this? She said, Molly and TJ getting their stuff together, Sam and Dunda. Like, I want to be somebody too. He said, but you're happy at what you're doing. And she said, but then mom, and he was like, yeah, I know what your mom said, but you said you were happy being a manager at Charlie's and you enjoy it. And don't you like volunteering? She said, yeah. He said, you're not going to have time for that. Once you have your own restaurant, it's going to be dealing with people all the time, and then bills and then paperwork and all that. It's not what it's cracked up to be. He said, are you happy right now? And she said, yeah, I am happy. Could you be happier with your own restaurant? She said, no, actually she probably wouldn't be that happy if she had her restaurant. He said, so what you doing? And so at that point Dex is coming out and he listening to them and everything. And some people are like, well, I see confliction because some people are like, I think Dex is gonna start liking Sonny, and this is gonna backfire. He's not gonna want to turn Sonny in. And then some people are like, Dex doing all this illegal stuff. Like, how you gonna turn Sonny in? You should go to prison yourself. Like, I've been saying for the longest that I think Dex is actually gonna start to like Sonny. And so this plan is actually going to backfire because he's going to like Sonny and he's not going to want to turn him in. But I don't know. We'll see, because we'll see. And some people are like, I want Christina to, start getting more involved in Sonny's business. I wouldn't be mad at that, because when they leave, he hugs her. She tells him, I love you. He tells her, I love her, love you. And, it's a nice little moment between them. I like when Christina comes on and she has scenes with Sonny. And so then Sonny was like, Dex was like, everything all right with Christina? He was like, yeah, I'm the lucky guy. And he was like, she's lucky to have you as a father. He said, no, I'm the lucky one to have her and everything. And then some people, I hear it, y'all be saying that you think Christina and Dex is going to start talking. I thought that for a minute there, but I think that he's going to be with Jocelyn, but I don't know how long that's going to last. I don't know. So anyways, we see Spencer comes in and he telling Dex, what you doing? Why you not outside guarding the house like you supposed to be? Why are you in here? He said, I'm off duty. So what you doing here? And Sonny said, because I invited him to stay. And y'all, that was General Hospital today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you tomorrow for an all new episode of What Happened on the Soaps General Hospital Edition. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.